Good morning once again. Yes, I'm privileged to be here with you this morning. My name is PK Ania. I'll be a lecturer for ODB 106, that is Introduction to Entrepreneurship and Social Enterprise. I have seen some of your name tags. I've seen Joe, Mike, and then Kwaku Offbeat. Is that your nickname? Uh, Kwaku Offbeat. Okay. I remember that man I saw the other day in a funeral when he was dancing offbeat. I hope you're not that man. Okay. So you're welcome. We will start the session, but I have a pretest for all of you. Are there enough jobs in Ghana? Reflect on this subject matter. Are there enough jobs in Ghana? If you think there are enough jobs in Ghana, you have to share your opinion. If you also think there are no enough jobs in Ghana, you share your view. How many of us think that there are enough jobs in Ghana? Let me see by hand. So we have one, two, three, four, and five. How many of us think that there are no enough jobs in Ghana? How many of us think that there are no enough jobs in Ghana? I have nine. So nine against five. Then my class will be very interesting. We are going to have a debate this morning to see as to whether there are enough jobs or there are no enough jobs in Ghana. So let me first ask those who think there are enough jobs in Ghana. Who wants to start for me? Those who think there are enough jobs. I'll go to Selma.
For my idea, there are enough jobs in Ghana, but just that we are not getting opportunities in the let me say companies or businesses that are there. Yes.
Enough jobs in Ghana. Just that we don't have the opportunities as others may have it in different countries. That's great. Who again wants to share? Yes, I'll go to Mike. I'll go to Mike. Mike is the course rep. Yes. So share with us in your view.
I think there are more than enough jobs in Ghana, but it takes the political vote. Our leaders are the problem. Yeah.
Wow. So Mike believes that there are enough jobs. Just that it's our leaders that are supposed to help us get jobs to do. That's good. Let's also hear from the other side, those who believe that there are no enough jobs in Ghana. So let me hear from Tommy. Yes, Tommy has raised the hand. Let me hear from Tommy. Tommy, what do you think? Do you think there are no enough jobs?
I think that there are no enough jobs in Ghana because gone are the days after university, your national service, then you are being posted. But what do we see today? Today we are seeing graduates holding certificates, moving from an office to an office, looking for jobs. Meanwhile, they only find themselves in little kiosks. Secondly, there are backlog of nurses who have completed training, done their national services. They are staying at home many years ago. So, and there are others too who have completed various craftsmanship, they have apprenticeship and trade, who need some capital or resources to start their own what? To start their own jobs or establish their own jobs. And I think establishing their own jobs, they can employ some Ghanaian youth who are seeking for job. But all these becomes what? Dominant. On this note, I strongly support that there are no jobs in Ghana.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Now, who also thinks that there are no enough jobs? I've seen Joyce.
Thank you very much, sir. I think there are not enough jobs in Ghana because pay the population of Ghana and the number of people that are working is not encouraging. So, like, if the jobs were enough, I think it should cover our population. But we have population over 30.8 million, and the working population too is 688. So there are vast difference on it. So that is my view.
OD shining. Let's do the OD shining. Is it hot? Yeah. Is it hot? Yeah. No, Charity, your own is not hot. Your own is not hot. Your own is not hot. Offbeat, your own is not hot. Fire! By the end of this course, it will come to bear as to whether there are enough jobs or there are no enough jobs. Don't forget, we are handling introduction to entrepreneurship and social enterprise. So at the end of the day, by the end of the class, we will all come into a conclusion as to whether there are enough jobs or there are no enough jobs. Before we start the session of entrepreneurship, its definition, where it came from, and all of that, I want us to do some few statistics, data that are out there concerning employment issues. Ghana, as per our 2021 population census, our population uh, is around, as at now, 30.8 million. What is our land size? Who has an idea of our land size? I mean, the area of Ghana. The area of Ghana, yes.
238 point something kilometers.
Okay, that's right. So it's around 258,535 kilometers square. And who has an idea of the employee rate in Ghana? The number of persons the government has employed. If you check data from the Ghana Statistical Service in a document they published in 2023, which is called Earning Inequalities in the Public Sector, Ghana employee population in the public sector is just around 688,000. And don't forget, our population is 30.8 million. And so 688,000 is on the low side, isn't it? If you're looking at our population, 30 million, and government is only employing 688,000, as per the statistics given, I believe that the employment rate is very low, isn't it? Now, I want to compare Ghana to a city in Germany. It's called Frankfurt. It has a popular airport called Frankfurt Airport. Let us focus on that city. In that city, their population is just around 5.8 million. You go to Frankfurt City, it's just 5.8 million. Their area or land size is just around 248.31 kilometers square. So looking at this population, 5.8 million against 30.8 million, what do we want to look at? We also have to compare the employee rate there at Frankfurt with just 5.8 million. The employee rate there is just 622,000. So Ghana is 688,000 and Frankfurt is 600 and what? 22,000. So Frankfurt, a small city with a population of 5.8 million in Germany, and Ghana, very big if you look at the area statistics that was given, very big with just an employee in the public sector of 688,000. It means that Ghana, we need to do a lot, isn't it? Yes. Now, let's also look at countries that have been able to employ that government has been able to employ its members, its citizens. So we are going to look at workforce against the number of persons that have been engaged. Which countries are the two leading economy in the world? Who knows the countries that are the leading economy in the world? Give me one of those countries. Yes, Mariam. USA. USA is one of it. Yes, who again? Okay, let me go here. China. Yes. So USA and China, they are the leading, in terms of economy in the world. If you go to US, over their population of 250 million, government has not even been able to employ just 5%. If you look at statistics that was searched from the Federal Civil Employment employees, alone shows that in 2014, 2024, in November, the employee rate was 1.87 of the total workforce. So 1.87 is very low, isn't it? If you go to China, China is 28%. China, the government employee rate against the workforce is very high. That is 28%. Let's go to London. London is just around 5.4%. So 5.4%, China 28%, US has 1.87%. It means that all over the world, government are not really employing much, isn't it? Now let's look at Ghana. Ghana too, our rate is just around um, 6.4, and so 6.4 against US, China, and there are other countries. There are also other countries that are doing very well. And so, with all these statistics, one will want to believe that that's the reason why there are no enough jobs in Ghana. But we want to, as my PA is already capturing some data on the screen for us, and I would want to applaud him. Yes. So look at this workforce. If you look at statistics from the Ghana Statistical Service, shows that Ghana, out of the 30 million, our workforce is just around 13.9 million. So out of the 30 million, there are those that are children, the aged, and those who do not have the capacity or strength to work. They are just around 30.9 million. Now, with the statistics, people are still uh, crying that there are no enough jobs. There are no enough jobs because we have already given a data of London of 5.4% of government employees against the workforce, as against China, US, and what have you. Yet Ghanaians prefer to be in London. Ghanaians prefer to be in China. They prefer to be in USA. If you look at our 6.4, we are even better than US, isn't it? Because US figure is 1.87. But the most interesting aspect is that the US government have been able to empower the private sector to absorb the employees. And so, unfortunately, if you look at Ghana, there are about 2.6 businesses registered in Ghana. And so out of that 2.6 million businesses registered from Ghana, and this data is from the Ghana Open Data Initiative that was launched, and it's just 2.6 million businesses are registered in Ghana. And I mentioned Ghana's workforce rate, which is what? 13.9 million. So somebody should quickly open a calculator for us to do something. Divide 13.9 million Ghana's workforce by 2.6 million. Yes, divide it and let's see. 5.34. So what it tells is that the whole of Ghana, you see our population, 30.8 million. And what is the workforce? 13.9, isn't it? Now, the 13.9% of Ghana's population, the 13.9, which is 13.9 million population, it means that everybody, every company, the 2.6, every company, if they employ 5 people, there will be unemployment in Ghana. There will be no unemployment in Ghana. That's just the calculation we just did. So if we are dividing the workforce, which is 13.9 million, by the number of businesses registered in Ghana, which is 2.6 million, then it means that if each company in Ghana registered is employing only 5 staff, then it means that the government of Ghana don't have a problem in terms of work. But it's quite unfortunate that the 2.6 million, some are ghost organizations. They have been registered in the past and they do not exist. Some owners have even passed on over decades. And so if you want to use the 2.6 million data, they are not the active data of existing companies in Ghana. I'll get the data of active businesses registered in Ghana and share with you. But for now, I have this general data, the 2.6 million. So now what's the way forward? Given all these statistics, what is the way forward for Ghana and for you? What role can you play as an individual? And what role can the government also play? Who wants to share something? What role can you play? Because these statistics are showing that there are no enough jobs in Ghana. And is that the case? If that is the case, what can we do? What can you do so that you'll be part of those who are securing jobs? As people are crying every day, there are no jobs. Today, as I speak with you, someone is being recruited. So why are people getting recruitment and others are not also getting? Who wants to share what we can do as a country and what we can do as individuals? What role can we play as a country and individuals? Joe, you want to say something? Okay, okay, Joyce.
Data.
Yes.
You know, somebody will just have the small supermarket managing small,
Yes.
small, but they will say you have to register your business before you can start. Yes. So I want to know whether it's also captured on
Okay, okay. So this data of 2.6 million business registered in Ghana, this data was picked from the Ghana Open Data Initiative. And this data is for only those businesses that have been registered. And I know you and I will know that businesses in Ghana now is more than 2.6 million in Ghana. But these are what have been captured as registered. So you go to until menu, his supermarket is not registered. You go to our market women, their businesses are, most of them are not registered. Do you get it? Most of those businesses are not registered. But these one are registered data that we have. And so if we are adding those businesses that are not registered to this one, then it means that we're going to have a greater number. And so that's what I can say for now. The 2.6 million businesses are businesses that are registered in Ghana, that government of Ghana is aware of them. However, the 2.6 million businesses registered, it's not all of them that exist. Some of them are just ghost organizations. Some were just established for a purpose and it's over and it's being dormant. But I'll later get you statistics to show that. So now, yes, Joe wanted to say something concerning the way forward for Ghana. The way forward for Ghana. So Joe, what do you think is the way forward for Ghana?
Okay. Last. I think the government must focus more on the private sector to create more jobs in order to reduce unemployment.
Okay.
Yes.
For me, I think the government must reduce the taxes upon the private sectors. Taxing the private sectors hugely affect them. Maybe they want to establish a big company, but you tax them huge amounts. They will just let me think about it. Let me just open a small one. I can get my revenue from there. So instead of opening a big one to employ like 20 people, just open one and employ 3. So the government must reduce the tax on private sectors.
Yes, that is there. But if you look at available data, revenue mobilized by government, a chunk of it, even more than 80%, is used to pay salaries in Ghana. And I believe that is one of the situations we can address as a country. Government should be able to empower the public sector institutions and organizations to pay for themselves, to pay for their own salaries. We have some organizations that are evident. You go to VAR, you go to NETCO, GEHO, and some other institutions. They pay for their own salary, workers' salary per month. So government should empower those institutions to want to work and pay for themselves. For instance, universities. Professors are paid huge sums of money. The government can empower those institutions to be able to pay for their own workers. You go to some government institutions, some will come to work around 10 a.m. and close by 3 p.m., 4 p.m. They are done for the day. If they are being taxed to work and pay for themselves, they will set up. The one who is the head has some deadlines and timelines to meet. He will set up and ensure that they are able to work to help the growth of the nation. So that's one of the things I believe aside the tax reduction for private sector, which is a very solid and good point from Upbeat, I believe that government should be able to empower those institutions, even the public sector institutions, to be able to pay for their own salary instead of always waiting for government to pay them. Teachers should be able to pay for themselves, and so that's one of the points. Now, is there any additional points? Yes. Who has not spoken yet? Let me go to Tommy. Tommy have something he wants to say.
I think from the statistics given, we can see that even the developed countries, the government sector cannot absorb all the workforce. That is to say, those who are willing to work. The developed countries, it's rather the private sector which is playing more role there. So here, I think the government of the day can start by establishing a committee to move from region to region and do an underground research to see individual members who are willing to become entrepreneurs, establish their own businesses. And after identifying or locating these people, I think government can resource them in the form of giving them grants or giving them loans to establish their businesses personally or individually and become entrepreneurs, thereby absorbing some of the youth who are moving from office to office for job.
To conclude, I want to say that in as much as government has a role to play in terms of employment rates in Ghana, you and I, we also have a role to play.
Yes.
One of the role or responsibility we have to is attitudinal change. We have to change our mindsets. You cannot be employed to work and you go to work at 9 a.m. and want to run away by 3 p.m. No, it's not done in the Western cultures. Ghanaians who travel out there, they are paid based on time. And because of that, he wants even more hours to work so that he's being paid. Let's bring that attitude here. When Ghanaians travel, we are seen as the best country. We have good labor for them. But when we come to our own country, we don't see that. So let us have an attitudinal change. Government property is for us. Let us protect it. Let us help with sanitation issues. Let us get involved. Let us be patriotic. That will help Ghana to grow. Another thing I'm leaving with you is networking. You have to create a very good environment, regardless of who comes closer to you. Create that network. There is something very important he has that you can tap into. And so let's network ourselves. I'm sure even in class, some of you have people you chat or negotiate with. But it will surprise you that even in 2 years or a few years to come, you will see your colleague and you cannot even go closer to him. Let us network, let us empower ourselves, and let us help ourselves to grow. So now our pre-test is over. Now our focus is now on the course. Let us go through the curriculum, and I want to show with you some few slides, and then we can proceed. So we have already gone through some of them. At the end of the day, we want to be able to help develop entrepreneurial skills and knowledge in solving problems in our community. So at the end of this course, that's what we anticipate, that we should have the knowledge to be able to solve challenges or gaps in the community. 2, you should be able to use these new skills you acquire here to engage in community development and to also be a solution, not a client to be served. You should be a solution to the community. You also identify opportunities and business model for social innovation. So at the end of the day, these are the learning outcomes we want to put across. But the objective for the studies is to introduce you to entrepreneurship with the aim of helping you to create a wide pool of knowledge or business initiatives that will help you. To also assist students to understand the importance of entrepreneurship and its positive impact on society. And then lastly, to introduce you to organizational profiling and how to start your own business. So these are this is the objective of the course, and I want you to stay calm, get involved, ask questions, bring your submissions on board so that this class will be lovely. I hope you are ready for us.
Yes.
So now we start with the definition of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship comes from a French word called entreprendre. So there are two words that have come together. The entre means to enter, and prendre means to take. So to enter and take. If I have a gold in this room and you are outside and I ask you that the gold is for you, go and take it. If you don't enter, will you be able to take the gold? So entrepreneurship is to enter and to take. The entering process is the planning, the managing, the risk taking that will now help you to get a profit. And the profit is the taking process. So to enter is to plan, to manage, to take the risk, and then taking is when now profit comes and you are enjoying. So we have few definitions by Jack M. Kaplan and Anthony C. Warren in 2013. They have defined entrepreneurship as the process of planning, organizing, operating, and assuming the risk of a business venture. So the process of planning, the process of organizing, and assuming the risk of a business venture to make profit is entrepreneurship. But don't forget in the exams, I can choose to ask you, I can ask you who is an entrepreneur, or what is an entrepreneur, and what is entrepreneurship. There are two distinct definitions. Entrepreneur is the person, and entrepreneurship is the process. So the process of managing, operating, taking risks to make business profit and all that is the entrepreneurship. Where the entrepreneur is the person who manages, who plans, who operates, who takes risks to make business. So these are the two distinct features. Who is an entrepreneur? We have already talked about that. And there are differences between entrepreneurship and an entrepreneur. Now let's look at some examples of entrepreneurs you know in the world. In your community, mention one person in your community you think is an entrepreneur that you admire so much. Do you know someone? Yes.
The person's name.
Yes, the person's name and what the person does. Okay, where is the person?
He's selling provisions.
Okay. Okay. At where?
At
Atwa, the Upper West region of Ghana. Okay. And then what about you? Yes, of it. Magdan. Okay. So is it our national Magdan?
No.
Okay. Another Magdan. Okay. Okay. He's into hardware sales. Okay. That's good. Yes. Emilia.
We have Madam Apina Kate.
Madam Apina Kate.
Opposite Yasan, she's into provision store as well.
Okay.
She owns a store with rice, oil, and stuff.
Okay.
I read that.
Oh wow, Joyce.
Mr. Johnson.
Okay, Johnson.
Yes.
What does he do?
He established his own company called Giraffe Dubai.
Okay.
I think it's a place of whatever you can see outside.
You have it there.
We have it there.
Okay. Okay. So now let's move from your region to national. So in Ghana here, who are those you think are the entrepreneurs we have? Yes, let me go to Tommy. Mention someone that we all know, they are national figures in terms of entrepreneurship. Tommy.
I think we can talk of or mention of Dr. Stefan Despite.
Okay. Okay.
Despite
Companies. Okay. Okay.
It's a panel of these radio stations
Okay.
alongside key businesses.
Okay.
Dr. Stefan Despite.
Thank you very much. This way. Oh, you will respond. This way. Yes. So Dr. Osei Kwame Despite is a public figure that we can use in our learning. So Despite, I am told, I don't know, but I'm told that even the name Despite came from all the time he has conversation with his colleague. He keeps telling them that despite I didn't go to school, I'll make it alive. And he was named Despite. So I'm sure one day you also be named after something that you are very good at.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes. So who again? A national figure who is entrepreneurship. Yes. Nana Kwame Bediako, Cheddar. Okay, he's into real estate and others. In the 2024 Ghana's election, he was one of the flag bearers, and that is nice. And who again? Yes. Yes. Nana Mama Brown. Okay. So what does she do? Okay, an influencer, a model also for young ladies and what have you. So I have few of them here. We have Bill Gates. He used to be the richest man in the world. We have Steve Jobs. You know Steve Jobs? Those of you who are using iPhones and stuff. He's late now. But he started that organization. We have Mark Zuckerberg. How many of us are on Facebook? All of us, right? Yes. So Facebook is owned by Mark Zuckerberg. And then you're on WhatsApp, I guess. It's also owned by Mark Zuckerberg. And then Instagram, right? So all these three companies are for him. We have Mark Cuban, we have Thomas Edison. This fluorescent tube we see here, Thomas Edison. We have Dangote in Africa. He's the richest man in Africa. In Nigeria, he's called Dangote. We have already mentioned Osei Kwame Desfaye. We have mentioned Dr. Pakwesi Indum. You remember Indum Bank?
Yes.
The GN Bank, yes. And then we have Dr. Gabriel Benaku, the founder of College for Community and Organizational Development. So they are all entrepreneurs, and they are examples and models we can look up to in order to build a formidable and strong organization that we so desire and dream for.
Sir.
Yes. So I'll pick a question and then we'll move to the ties of entrepreneurship.
Please, can we add this man in entrepreneurs in Ghana?
Okay.
Ibrahim Mahama.
Ibrahim Mahama, yes. So a brother of the President of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yes, that's Ibrahim Mahama. Yes. Okay. Agrada.
Because she used to be a priest.
Okay.
Now, what do you say? A prophetess.
A prophetess. Okay.
So she is also doing, I see it as a form of a business.
Okay. So Madam Emilia is saying that she sees Agrada as what she does as a form of business. I wouldn't want to go into religion. However, that's her opinion. And so maybe you agree with her or otherwise. But for entrepreneurship, we are saying that somebody who establishes something, he operates, manages, and take risks to make profit. So if that is what Agrada is doing, then Agrada is a businesswoman, isn't it? Yes. So that is that. So there are types of entrepreneurs, and we will finish that and break before we come back to continue. And there are three main forms of entrepreneurs. We have those who are freelancer services. They offer freelancer services. We have those who open their business for profit, and we have those who open business for non-profit. So the non-profit are NGOs, foundations, and others. And then the profit organizations are companies that are, limited by shares, and they operate for profits. So all the businessmen we mentioned here, most of them have large companies in the world. And then we have freelancer services. For you, for instance, you can become a freelance in your field to practice the knowledge and to rise up when they need be. Now, these types of businesses, there are four. From types of businesses now, we'll break and then come back. The first one is called service business. Service business is a business that has no physical product. So if you want to do your business, you must know whether it's a service business or it's the other I'll mention later. Service business is of no product. I'm selling a business that do not have a product. Who can give me an example? Yes.
Maybe Facebook.
So maybe you have a business, you are an influencer. People will come to you, you do adverts for them. You are not selling any physical product, isn't it? So that's a business. What again? Yes, Mike. Consultant, yes. Currently, I'm offering consultants services with an organization. And I don't go and give them a book or something. I don't sell anything to them. I sell the knowledge I have in a form of service for them. What again? You go to a restaurant. They serve you food. You eat. You pay for them. You go to a hotel. You sleep. When you are going, you carry the hotel along. No. So they offer you those services. So they are service-based organizations. Now, the second one is called merchandising business. It involves buying and selling. And I know these types of businesses are common, isn't it? Yes. Anti-menu, provisional shop. He buys, brings them there, and he sells. Who can give me another example of merchandising business? Maybe, yes, of it. Come again. K. Ofuri Enterprise. They are into hardware, right? Yes. So they buy the product and sell. If they manufacture themselves, then they will not fall under merchandising. Merchandising simply, you go and buy the product and come and sell. That is period. But if they produce it themselves, then they will not fall under merchandising business. So the first one we have talked about, service business. Second one, merchandising business. There's a third business called production business or manufacturing business. So there are organizations that manufacture a bottle of water, isn't it? Yeah. The shoe I'm wearing, it's someone who manufactured it, isn't it? Yes. You see my fly tie, it's somebody who manufactured it. So there are those institutions also into manufacturing. There's a last one, the fourth one, which is called hybrid business. So some organizations have more than one of these businesses, then we call it hybrid business. So he has service business and he has also a merchandising business. So he falls under hybrid. Maybe he has a manufacturing business and he has a service business in addition. So you go to a place, they have a hotel, they have a filling station there, they have other businesses around, so they fall under merchandising business. I hope we're together. Yeah. So at this juncture, I would want us to break and have some 10-minute stretch. As you come back, you have a question? Okay, let's pick a question, then we'll break.
Merchandising business.
Okay.
Can we classify all who are retail services under merchandising business?
Okay. So those, yes. So they buy and sell. So all retailers, businesses they fall directly under merchandising. I hope you agree with that. Yes. Maybe you are not a seamstress or tailor, but you have a friend who is very good at it. So you pick the products, pictures, you share on your WhatsApp status, Facebook, and other social media platforms. And then somebody sees it, oh, I like it. Then you go to buy and sell to that person. So where will you fall? You go to buy a shirt from someone and sell to another. It falls under what? Great. So we'll break 10 minutes and we'll come back. Thank you very much. It's been a nice session with you. But can I pick some impression? How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? Let me start from here. So, Joe, how do you feel? Very excited. Yes. What about Mike? So good. So good. Okay, great. Okay. You have acquired knowledge. Yes. So, it's interesting. Okay, my dear. Very interesting. Okay, Ali. Very, very nice. What about Kobe?
I think you are the kind of lead in the company as
You live here. Okay. Pray that I have been put on a schedule. I'll come and teach you all the time.
All right.
Very nice. Yes. Very interesting. Okay. So understandable. You were rushing to go for your break. Okay. Yes. You feel happy? Okay, great. Finish your You have enjoyed it. Very good. It's very good. Okay. Very nice. Very active. What about Joyce?
So it was interactive.
Very interactive. Okay. And then Emilia?
I want to know more about it.
Okay. So since Emilia is very curious, we'll come back and we have a lot to learn. I am going to poise you with knowledge so that you'll be interested to go into the business sector because it is booming and you must be there. In as much as you yearn to go to the private sector, that's good, but you can have something on the line or on the other side that will bring you another extra income into your pocket. Thank you very much.